What's going on, guys? Super Savage 789 here, bringing you guys a video. Today we're doing What If Shin Arrived Early, Part 6, and the finale for right now. In the last part, we covered the Universe 6 arc and how it played out with the new roster. It ultimately fell to Piccolo to be the one to defeat Hit, and led to Universe 7 winning. Piccolo also mentored Zamasu for a bit, and set him on a right path, which he did, and so Zamasu remains good in this timeline, which is where we left off. In the time after the Universe 6 tournament, Goku begins to take his training more seriously. He would learn to finally access the Mystic Blue State. Amazed at the power he possesses now, Goku continues climbing in this power, trying to master it. Naturally, Goku would head to the Omni King and reminds him of the tournament power, leading to a roster needing to be chosen for the universe. Note that Piccolo would probably be furious about this, but that's kind of irrelevant. People who aren't in the tournament power this time are the androids, Frieza, Vegeta, and Gohan for obvious reasons. The androids and Vegeta are both dead. Frieza was only known by Piccolo, and he was pretty fodder. And Gohan isn't a fighter, so bringing him would just be a handicap that they don't really need. The people replacing them are Pikkon, Goten, Trunks, Chaozu, and Yamcha. Both Yamcha and Chaozu are much stronger this timeline and possess the mystic power-up, so bringing them would be quite beneficial. And Goten and Trunks are brought along as they are both mature enough to help, and have the strength to back it up. Pikkon is brought along as Piccolo and him have a positive relationship, and so Piccolo would bank on him helping out, which he of course would. For the training, Piccolo makes the Kais look over certain groups to truly benefit them with what they are doing. Tenshinhan and Chaozu will be training Goten and Trunks intensely for the upcoming tournament. Since Trunks specializes in weapons, he'd have to learn to make a sword out of ki, which I'm sure he'd be able to do. As for Goten, he'd try to remain Super Saiyan for as long as possible, to see how much of a stamina drain the form grants. Tenshinhan also tells him not to fuse into Gotenks unless absolutely necessary, which they agree to. The Daikaishin is placed with them to help the boys truly hone their technique. Krillin, Yamcha, Roshi, and South Kaioshin would all be training together. He'd be focusing on raising the humans' raw strength leaps and bounds. Roshi also makes sure that they keep all their minds sharp, which they agree to. Goku trains with Pikkon, Piccolo, and Kibito. This is due to Kibito possessing the ability to heal people, so they can go all out without any repercussions. This is especially good for Piccolo, as he can blow off some steam during this, and not be as mad at Goku during the actual tournament. When arriving at the tournament, Piccolo tells everyone they need to stick together, looking mostly at Goku and telling them this. He reluctantly agrees to their plan as the tournament begins. Universe 7 all remain bundled together, which is good to pick off some of the fighters who come at them. When Universe 9 attacks them, the likes of Goku, Piccolo, and Pikkon get surrounded, leading to the others being split up. That's when Megara and Frost arrive to jump them. By coming out of nowhere, Frost off-guards Chaozu and rings him out of the arena. Lucky enough, both Tenshinhan and Krillin fought Frost, so they know how they fight and have a better chance against them. Tenshinhan tells Goten and Trunks to leave, which they do, as Yamcha, Krillin, and Tenshinhan go into their ultimate forms. Using strategy as well as their raw power, they're able to ring out Frost and Megara. Meanwhile, Goku, Pikkon, and Piccolo all proceed to ring out the fodder of Universe 9, leaving the trio to danger left. Pikkon takes on Basil and is able to do really good, using his thousands of years of martial arts knowledge to avoid his rapid kicks. Piccolo fights Lavender and is able to counter his poison attacks using his regeneration and his techniques to beat the wolf. As for Goku, he'd only need his ultimate form to overload Bagama with power and ring him out, leading to Universe 9's erasure. Goku then spots that Hit has been beaten by Jiren and rushes over, igniting his new Mystic Blue form and throwing a punch at Jiren, which he dodges by jumping backwards. Hit stands up, asking Goku if this is the power he meant back in the Universe 6 tournament. Naturally, he says yes. Hit and Jiren then have their fight like normal. Yamcha runs into Ribrianne alongside her posse, and they all begin losing it at how handsome the Desert Bandit is. In a very comedic scene, they begin looking at him all over, complimenting him so much that he drops his guard. Beerus shouts for Yamcha to knock them off, but they say they will jump off for him. Due to being so off guard, Gamisaurus then rocks up and knocks all four of them off the arena. Damon then poses much more of a threat, leading to him knocking off Piccolo. Luckily enough though, Krillin leaps off the arena and kicks Piccolo back in, wringing himself out in the process. Tenshinhan then sees Damon and hits him with a Dodon Ray that carries him out of the arena. Up against Caulifla and Kill is Goten and Trunks. While individually the boys are outclassed, their use of teamwork is much beyond Caulifla and Kill, allowing them to get some good hits in. I'm sure the duo will end up fusing and go Super Saiyan 2, since their potential won't be as high due to only being a quarter Saiyan in this timeline. They begin fighting again, leading to them almost being wrung out. Lucky enough, Kale goes berserk and rings out the fusion before ringing out a bunch of people like normal. Cabba still sacrifices himself, and they still fuse. Up against Kefla would be Pycon. He'd be around the same strength from Gohan and Cannon, so the fight is extremely even. Due to his immense martial arts knowledge, he begins to beat up Kefla, and with a Hyper Tornado, double knocks out both him and the fusion. Piccolo and Tenshinhan will be fighting against Dispo and Topo. Piccolo and Tenshinhan then manage to push Topo onto some debris on a far arena, and then, shortly after, manage to knock Dispo on there as well. They then fall off and are wrung out, leaving only Jiren left for Universe 7 to beat. After Roshi is eliminated by Jiren, 3 people stand in front of Universe 11. Everyone is doing really well against Jiren and managed to buy enough time for Goku to eventually tap into Ultra Instinct yet again. That fight with Jiren goes the same, leading to Goku falling out of it yet again. Piccolo and Tenshinhan rush in, and the trio begin fighting Jiren in a final stand. But Piccolo and Goku use the Mystic Form and manage to tackle Jiren out of the arena, leading to Tenshinhan winning. He then gets the wish of reviving all the universes, and Universe 7 return back to their universe. Time passes normally, with everyone doing their typical things. Goku and Pycon train together on occasion, with Goku trying to unlock Ultra Instinct yet again, but he fails nonetheless. Goten and Trunks help around Tenshinhan's dojo, which the Triceps truly appreciates, needing the extra hands on deck, which is ironic since he has the 4 witches. Piccolo continues to doing his job, going from planet to planet trying to fix them up. He has expanded his search of the far depths of the universe, where the majority of the worst planets reside. Piccolo finds his way onto a barren wasteland of a planet known as Vampa, and begins doing his typical things to try and fix it up. Stuff like placing plant life, restoring a proper atmosphere, and giving the residents of the planet a nice way to get good edible food and clean water. While the Namekian goes about doing this, he is spotted by none other than Paragus. Shock horror, I know. The old Saiyan begins shouting for the Namekian, which Piccolo swiftly hears due to his heightened hearing. He teleports over with a Kai, asking how a Saiyan managed to get over to this planet. Paragus explains to Piccolo about what happened with him and his son, cursing out King Vegeta in the process. Recognizing the name, Piccolo mentions how he fought a guy named Vegeta. He's dead now though. This delights Paragus, and although he's a bit annoyed he didn't get to do the deed, he's glad that Vegeta did meet his demise. Paragus then asks Piccolo to take him and Broly off the planet to somewhere more habitable. So Piccolo takes the duo to Earth and contacts Goku to let him know. Seeing 2 new Saiyans excites him and he asks for a sparring match. Goku and Broly have a short battle where Broly begins to get more and more angry, leading to Paragus having to use his shock device. He explains why, and while Goku is a bit upset by this, he does understand that it had to be done. Seeing the rage within Broly, Piccolo offers to take him on as an apprentice. I think Paragus would agree, as having Broly's rage under control would be quite beneficial. So Piccolo begins to teach Broly how to control his emotions, giving him meditation lessons daily. Paragus and Broly would be given residence at Capsule Corp. It'd be quite funny to see Yamcha and Paragus have conversations with one another. One time Yamcha had the leftovers in the fridge, making Paragus just lose it. He rushes at the human in a frenzy, who just stands there eating. Paragus sees how unfazed he truly is, seeing Yamcha's strength as godly. He asks him to train, which Yamcha's sweat drops at, but he does. So Paragus is taken under Yamcha's wing in a very comedic thing, which I'm sure we could all find quite funny. But guys, that's the over here. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment below what's going to happen if we ever do part 7. If you like a part 7, make sure you hit the like button, as it really does let me know. We'll wait for the moral arc to be over, but of course I'll have a bunch of changes. Let me know what you guys thought of the series overall, and did you prefer the old version or the revamp? And yeah, bye!